Hey, everybody. Coming at you from the offices today. I have an update on our COVID situation and how it affects us. Obviously, everyone's seen that COVID numbers are kind of going nuts right now, pretty much across the country. It would seem that it is kind of unstoppable at this point. Obviously, not everyone is getting as bad as everyone else. It seems to be affecting people differently, and thank God for the most part, it's not as bad as it could be. That being said, we know that there are people in the hospital. There's a lot of people in the hospital, and our hospital workers are kind of overwhelmed right now. People are overwhelmed, and there are people dying, and there are people very sick. So we need to continue to pray for them, need to keep them in our thoughts and prayers. What it means for us and what it looks like for us here at the church, we have been trying to go by county guidelines. So the bishop has his own guidelines, but we've been able to expand a little bit beyond that just because the county has been able to go beyond that. But it seems that our county is having an increase in cases right now, which is something that we need to prepare for as a church. We need to try to help curb if we can. So sadly, it looks as though we're going to have to revert back to some of the guidelines that we were using earlier. Namely, we're going to have to put our tape back up on our pews, which means that we're going to have very limited seating at Mass. This means a couple of things. We certainly are not going to be able to fit everyone at Mass anymore that we have been. We're going to have to kind of take a step back, and I know that's hard for people, and we were kind of just getting rolling and getting open again, but it's what we need to do to help the community. So we're going to try to do the best we can. So please consider not coming to Mass. I've never told somebody that, never thought I'd have to tell someone that, but please do consider staying at home this week because we won't be able to fit everyone, right? But what we will do is we will continue distributing communion outside of Mass. So at 5:45 p.m. on Saturday evening, at 8:45 a.m. Sunday, and at 10:45 a.m. Sunday, I will be out there distributing communion. I'll probably be there a little bit earlier than that, a couple minutes earlier than that, but I'll be out there to distribute as soon as I can after the Masses. So what I would encourage is stay at home, watch the Mass online, but come up and receive communion. I know it's not ideal, guys. It's not ideal for me as a priest. I don't like putting tape up in our church. I don't like restricting who's going to be there. But it is something pretty simple that we can do to help. And the fact that we're still able to receive the Eucharist, there's still an avenue for us to do that. I think that's important, and it's better than where we were before. Being completely shut down and shut out from the Eucharist as opposed to now still having a way to receive it. I hope that helps push us in the right direction. But we're going to set those guidelines up. Like I said, we're going to start that this coming weekend as soon as possible, just because the spread seems to be happening now. This last weekend, we had a huge influx of cases down here, and we want to help curb that. The guidelines, those particular guidelines will last as long as we need them to. But for right now, the plan is to take the tape down starting with Advent. That would be my hope as your pastor, is that we could go through Advent season and Christmas without tape up and kind of take those restrictions back down. But for now, the plan is the last weekend in November, which is Christ the King Sunday, will be the last weekend with tape. So for the next 3 weeks or so, we'll have tape up in the church. But like I said, please consider not coming this weekend so that we can not have kind of a jumbled mess of people that have returned. Thanks, and we'll see you guys out there.